international real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And of course, we are celebrating today, as we do every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Interesting celebrations today because we got to look and see which ones make the most interest to you, maybe even to me. So I'm looking at our celebrations. I don't know. We might need some help on this one. National Film Score Day. Not a lot of excitement on National Film Score Day. I'm just going to throw that out there. National Find a Rainbow Day. National Find a Rainbow Day.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I don't like that one either. Now, here's one that's the fascinating one. I was looking and doing some of our crack research this morning, looking at what is National Tweed Day. National Tweed Day. Well, there's the obvious solution of what National Tweed Day is. We can always look at the obvious ones. Then we can look at the ones that are not quite as obvious, tweed being the line of clothing. But then let's look at the not so obvious. It is named after, and if I can get the computers to work here this morning, they seem to be on a little bit of a hiatus on me today, not wanting to be too cooperative. But Tweed Day actually dates back to the 1800s. This is some useless information that we will share with you. It dates back to the 1800s. Mr. Tweed was William Boss Tweed, crooked politician. Can you imagine that? A senator turned crooked? Just fascinating, right? It is.
It is what it is.
Born April 3rd, 1823, the wealthiest and most powerful politician of his time, while being considered the poster boy for political corruption, Tweed is still known by many as one of the most notorious politicians in American history. Died in 1878 in jail after being caught with millions of dollars of stolen public money. Once again...
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, so that doesn't really surprise us with a politician. I won't even talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Well, maybe I will a little bit, because that is the story that keeps on giving. We love to watch that one as well. But hey, you know something? Today is, get a drum roll here, because this is one of my favorites. National Chocolate Mousse Day. Yeah, I'll share a little bit of that. Maybe I won't share. Here's the idea. Let's watch the markets for you. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. It is up right now. We're watching a lot of information on why the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up. 95.45 as we speak right now. Oil, that's a fascinating one as well, because oil is down 27 cents a barrel. We saw that we built up a lot of oil reserves in the last week. But we are still looking. The national average for a gallon of gasoline, $2.70.3. Taxifornia, $3.65.1. Utah seems to still be leading the country with the, well, maybe they're not quite leading the country. They're pretty close to the lead. 242.4 is the leader of the country, best price in the land. That would be in Alabama, $1.20 a gallon less than Taxifornia. Then again, Hawaii is even cheaper than Taxifornia, so I guess there's no logic to any of that, but we will watch that for you as well. Looking at the 10-year Treasury, it has jumped over that trend line at 2.50, so we're at 251.5 right now. They're getting some, everywhere except Japan now is into the positive return on their 10-year bonds. The German is just barely, it's 1 basis point over zero. So you get a little bit of money back if you invest in Germany. That's not the excitement of the world, but that is where they are as we speak right now. I did share with you a little bit earlier that we got the same story going with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in hot water once again. Not really surprising anybody that she still believes that she's better than the rest of the world. Now it's finance election fraud or violating the financial election campaign laws. Again, does that surprise anybody that she doesn't know what the heck she's doing, doesn't know what the heck she's talking about? That's just the way it seems to be with Miss Cortez. But decided to set up a LLC, a limited liability company, so she could funnel money in there and spend it the way she wanted. Freshman Congresswoman finds herself again. 2 new controversies, according to Wendy Osefo, the Democrat political analyst, and New York City Councilman Joe Borelli join in that debate about this. Again, Federal Election Commission complaint. This one alleging she and her campaign manager operated a quote-unquote subsidy scheme that ran afoul of campaign finance laws. Again, I hit it.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Crux of the complaint, which was given exclusively to Fox News, which is where I picked this up in advance of its filing Wednesday, accused Ocasio-Cortez and her campaign manager, Saikat Chakrabarti, I don't know, Sacred, of overseeing a shadowy web of political action committees that allowed them to raise more cash than they could have legally. Also alleged that a limited liability company was created to avoid federal expenditure requirements by offering Ocasio-Cortez and other Democrat candidates political consulting services at a low price, so that the company apparently shut down before the election was over. Obviously, AOC denies the complaints. Yeah, she didn't know. Is that a surprise to anybody?
Nothing like a little air of superiority.
Yeah, I think that's where the whole thing is going. A little air of superiority right there for her. Looking also in the daily briefing, the military is looking at a Cat 5 immigration crisis. Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nelson, easy for me to say, on Tuesday compared the immigration crisis at the border to a Cat 5 hurricane disaster, and the Trump administration is considering using all of its resources, including the military, to contain the problem. In an interview, Nielsen said the administration is considering placing military forces on the border, and I quote, "I think we're looking into that. We've made the request. I am in constant contact with the acting Secretary of Defense. I talked to some of the combatant commanders today. We are, in fact, pushing more and more military resources to the border," unquote. I heard this morning almost 20,000 people were dropped from the border right into Phoenix. How'd you like to have 20,000 people dropped into your city just because they couldn't keep them at the border? Where do you think they're going to go to? Where do you think they're going to sleep? Where do you think they're going to eat? Where do you think they're going to live? Throw that out there. Just mull that around. Moving on in the daily briefing. Lindsey Graham vows that James Comey, former FBI director, will be brought back to Capitol Hill and grilled about the origins of the Russia collusion investigation. That's good news. Want to see where that one goes, being that we've got the report out, says that there was none. Former federal prosecutor Lori Lightfoot easily won the Chicago mayor's race Tuesday, earning support from every part of the city to defeat a longtime political insider and become the first black woman and openly gay person to lead the nation's third largest city. Lightfoot, who had never been elected to public office, delivered a commanding victory over Tony Preckwinkle, who served in the city council for 19 years before becoming Cook County Board president. Moving right along, what else do we have in the morning briefing? I think there's not a whole lot there that looks too exciting that I have to share with you. So we're going to get on with it. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter, @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay will be available, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you feel, knowing that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel, knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO-certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990. Or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel Radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission. Lending partners will give a credit at closing. The title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends over at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, Gold Star has the programs and the products for you. We just want to make sure that you're getting the right information, the right tools that you need. Gold Star, they are the only one that I know of that has the fast pass loan approval, saving you $10,000 to $50,000 on the purchase of your new home. Dow Jones Industrial Average coming back a little bit. Now it's up 80 points. We're watching that one for you. NASDAQ up 84 points. S&P 500 up 15.90. We are looking also at the 10-year Treasury. That one's up a little bit. 2.519 is the yield on that. And the mortgage-backed securities down 9 basis points. We're watching that for you as well. Let's check out and see why these things are happening. What is happening? Why is it happening? That is the most important conversation for us to have, because you can find out the what all over the place. That's on Google.com. But we did see right now a bit of a refi boom last week. More on that I'll chat in a little bit. But again, we've gave you the stock report. The ADP employment report showed that there were 129,000 jobs created. 129,000. Not what we were looking for, below the expectations of 170,000. There were positive revisions to the previous month. February was revised higher from 183,000 to 197,000. But even net, this was still a miss. It's interesting how there's such a big disparity between the ADP and the BLS reports to February. ADP showed 190,000, while BLS showed 20,000. I anticipate that 20,000 is going to be revised also significantly higher. These two figures do historically correlate over time, so it's likely to believe that this week, that the weaker ADP March report could coincide with a bit of catch-up on the stronger BLS jobs report on Friday. ADP was a bit negative on their outlook, so we're going to chat about that a little bit. Hiring cautiously as the economy is struggling with its fading fiscal stimulus, the trade uncertainty, and the lagged impact of federal tightening. If employment growth weakens much further, unemployment will begin to rise. Again, the ADP report, 129,000. Small companies added 6,000 jobs. Mid-sized companies, those between 50 and 499 employees, added 63,000 jobs. Large companies, those with over 500 employees, added 60,000 jobs. So we also got the Mortgage Bankers Association. I told you I was going to chat with you a little bit about that. Got their report. We get that every Wednesday, and this was perhaps the most significant news of the day. Mortgage Bankers Association reported that overall mortgage application volume was up 18.6% last week. Applications to purchase a home were up 3.4%, are now up 10% from this time last year. Refinances were up 39% and are up 58% from this time last year. Again, that's not an error, that's just the numbers. The refinance share of mortgage activity increased to 47.4% from 40.4%. Adjustable rate mortgages made up 9.5% of all applications. That's a big move up. The average 30-year mortgage, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, decreased 4.45 to 4.36, which is 33 basis points, about 3/8 lower than rates were at this time last year. Remember that the rate the MBA cites typically has some decimal amount of points included. Home buyers are benefiting. Now, here's the big issue right here. All of the different reports that come out have some sort of lag time, with the exception of the Mortgage Bankers Association, their weekly report on mortgage activity. So when they tell us what the numbers are based on what's going on as far as activity, applications for refinances or applications for new purchases, those are extremely timely. Those are telling us exactly what's happening at that moment. So it's within the week. We've got that data real quick so we can see if there's a lot of new purchase applications going in or new purchase contracts that are going in. Tells us that people are buying houses, and that's what we like to report on to get you that information, share that with you so that you have real-time information. Now, there are the real estate agents that will give you that real-time information, local information as well. That's just the information we have for you. That's the Mortgage Minute. Again, brought to you by our friends over at Gold Star Mortgage. Thought I'd share with you some dates right now. We are always looking for dates of what's going on when it comes to tax times. We have a tax refund schedule. Thought we would share that with you. When are you going to get your tax refund? Usually you'd figure, no matter what they're telling you, it's within a couple of weeks. Many people dread tax season, but if you're expecting a tax refund, at least you'll have something to look forward to. With your extra funds, you may be able to buy a new car, pay off some debt, beef up your emergency fund with a high-interest savings account. Wondering when your refund will arrive in your mailbox or bank account? Most people will get their tax refund within 2 to 3 weeks. Got a tax schedule for you. When are taxes due? The deadline to submit your 2018 tax return and pay your tax bill is April 15th, 2019. If you cannot meet the tax filing deadline, you can file for an extension, but the sooner you file, the sooner you can receive your tax refund. Keep in mind, you don't have to wait until April to file your taxes. The IRS began accepting applications June 28th. So right now, obviously, you're not going to do them any time before April, but because we're already in April, right? I mean, you got to get that one down. So Where's My Refund is a tool that lets you check the status of your refund through the IRS website or the IRS To Go mobile app. If you submit your tax return electronically, you can check the status of your refund within 24 hours. But if you mail your tax return, you'll need to wait at least 4 weeks before you can receive any information about the refund. Guess which one they want you to do? In order to find out the status of your tax refund, you need to provide your Social Security number, filing status, and the exact dollar amount of your expected refund. If you accidentally enter the wrong Social Security number, it could trigger an IRS error code 9001 that may require further identity verification and delay your refund. Most taxpayers receive their refunds within 14 to 21 days. If you choose to have your refund deposited directly into your bank account, you may have to wait 5 days before you can gain access to it, depending upon what your bank says. If you request a refund check, you might have to wait a few weeks for it to arrive. And there is a table that we can share with you if you would like to get that. Give me a call at 800-306-1990. If you don't receive your refund in 21 days, your tax return might need further review. This may happen if your return was incomplete or incorrect. The IRS may send you instructions through the mail if it needs additional information in order to process your return. You may also experience delays if you claimed the Earned Income Tax Credit or the Additional Child Tax Credit. Under the Protecting Americans from Tax Hikes, that's the PATH Act of 2015, again, Protecting Americans from Tax Hikes, the IRS is required to hold tax returns for folks who claimed those credits until February 15th. If you claimed either of those tax breaks, a PATH Act message may appear when you use the Where's My Refund tool. If you haven't received your refund, you're becoming impatient, calling the IRS probably will not help. Best to avoid contacting the IRS directly unless the Where's My Refund tool prompted you to do so, or it's been over 21 days since you filed your return. How about state tax refunds? So we've got that one for you as well. The rules for issuing state tax refunds vary. Generally, you can expect to receive your state tax refund within 30 days if you filed electronically. I generally find that the state of California refunds come back quicker than the federal refunds. Just what I have experienced. Final word, if you want to receive your tax refund as quickly as possible, you need to complete your tax return early, check for mistakes before submitting it, and file electronically. And while you can ask for a physical check, you'll receive your refund much faster if it's deposited directly into your checking account, saving account, or IRA. Just a little bit of information there for you as well to give you some information on where is my refund? When will I get my refund? What are you going to do with the refund? That is the big question. We share that one with you on a regular basis. What do you do with the refund? Well, the big idea there is, hey, take a look at that and see if you can build up your emergency fund with it. That's just the thought process. We'll continue our conversation on that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, financial markets. We'll also talk about what is a good credit score, reasons why your first home should be an investment property. We'll talk about that. Looking to upgrade your current home, now is the time to move up. And what is a three-legged stool of retirement? All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter, @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender. Licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
What if your family business could help clothe a less fortunate family? Or your restaurant could feed truly hungry people? What if you could help to comfort the lonely? Plant sustainable resources where nothing has ever grown before? Or make a child's lifelong wish come true? What if all you had to do was simply do nothing more than what your business already does every day? Would you do it? Introducing Processing for a Cause, a unique program that turns a percentage of your business's credit card volume into ongoing donation dollars for nonprofit organizations and foundations. Simply switch your credit card processing provider to Processing for a Cause and begin supporting a worthy cause today. The process is simple, and the cause will change lives forever. Processing for a Cause.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission. Lending partners will give a credit at closing. The title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Nest, they are the ones that quickest service I know of to get you the information you need to make a good decision on buying a house, seeing what's available in the marketplace. All that information is right there. Nest app. No advertising on there. It's just simple information set, customized for you. Looking to upgrade your current home? Now's the time to move up. That is the story today in the real-time real estate segment. In every area of the country, homes that are priced at the top 25% of the price range for that area are considered to be premium homes. In today's real estate market, there are deals to be had at the higher end. This is great news for homeowners who want to upgrade from their current house and move up to a premium home. Much of the demand for housing over the past couple years has come from first-time buyers looking for their starter home, which means that many of the more expensive homes that have been listed for sale have not seen as much interest. This mismatch in demand and inventory has created a buyer's market in the luxury and premium home markets, according to ILHM's latest luxury report. For the purpose of the report, a luxury home is defined as one that costs $1 million or more. Quote, a buyer's market indicates the buyers have greater control over the price point. This market type is demonstrated by a substantial number of homes on the market and few sales, suggesting demand for residential properties is slow for that market and or price point, unquote. The authors of the report were quick to point out that the current conditions are at the higher end of the market are no cause for concern. I repeat that, no cause for concern. While luxury homes may take longer to sell than in previous years, the slower pace, increased inventory levels, and larger differences between list and sold prices represent a normalization of the market, not a downturn, unquote. Luxury can mean different things to different people. It could mean a secluded home with a ton of property for privacy to one person, penthouse in the center of it all for someone else. Knowing the characteristics you're looking for in a premium home and what luxury means to you will help your agent find your dream home. The bottom line, if you're debating upgrading your current house to a premium or luxury home, now is the time. That's the real-time real estate segment. Again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find that dream home before someone else does. I see this report on a regular basis, and I thought I would discuss this with you because I've seen it many, many times. Reasons why your first home should be an investment property. If you're young and you're looking to purchase a new home to live in, maybe you should consider turning your first home into an investment property. While most people wait until after they've bought their first or second home to begin investing in real estate, you can start much sooner than you think. And we're going to explain why jumping into the real estate investing game might be a good idea. Many people, especially in the wake of the mortgage crisis, have found themselves wondering, is buying a house a good investment? One way to ease your worries about whether buying a house will pay off is by renting out the first home you buy. By turning your home into an investment property, you can leverage your less than perfect credit, less than perfect lifestyle, and limited responsibilities into an investment. All it takes is a little bit of smarts and real estate shrewdness. The idea of making your first home an investment goes against the general notions of personal finance. In fact, it goes against how most people approach post-college life. The typical financial timeline for your average American adult might look like this: college, first job, first rental, second or third rental, marriage, starter home, children, second home, education, investments. Nothing wrong with following that timeline, since you can give it plenty of time to build credit, save money, and enjoy being young. But if you're a 22-year-old college graduate, solid job, good for you. Waiting until you're well into your 30s or 40s to start investing might not be wise. Here are the reasons you should entertain the idea of investing in real estate while you're still young. Number one, being young and independent can be pretty amazing. You can make your own rules, live where you want, buy what you want, and travel whenever you want. But that can get old pretty quickly, especially if you have other goals in mind. All the money you're currently spending living the life while living in a crappy apartment could be spent on something else. Saving money and building credit aren't impossible, and they're part of what you'll need to qualify for a mortgage loan. Your current lifestyle might actually allow you to cut costs in a way that might not be possible later in life when you have larger obligations. If you can learn how to effectively manage your money, you can come up with enough cash for a down payment. Number two, real estate is cheap. According to recent reports from National Association of Realtors, home prices are on the rise. However, most real estate markets present many bargains to potential buyers in the form of distressed sales. Distressed sales are homes or properties that have usually been foreclosed on that the bank is willing to sell at a loss in order to clear its books. These distressed sales also help drive down the cost of all properties in the area. There are plenty of distressed homes for sale. Buying one would allow you to own an investment for significantly less than market value, especially as prices begin to rise. Before buying any property, however, it's important to make sure you purchase a house that you can afford. Number three, you'll have another source of income. If you're purchasing a property that you plan to rent out, you'll be able to profit off your investment as soon as you find tenants. Then you can take the money you earn and reinvest it in your property or use it to pay off other bills and debts. Number four, FHA loans. Industry standards say that you're required to put down at least 20% when buying a house, but if you can't afford to pay that much, you might be able to purchase an investment property with much less than that by getting an FHA loan. FHA loans give people who don't have the greatest credit the chance to become homeowners. If you decide that investing is for you, an FHA loan could be the perfect way to finance the purchase. There is one catch, however. FHA loans require that you live in the property you seek to purchase. To get around that rule, you can purchase a property with up to 4 rental units and make one your primary residence. You get best of both worlds. Number 5, changing demographics. According to a report produced by Research Institute for Housing America, homeownership amongst immigrants nationwide is expected to account for 36% of housing growth over the next decade. This is due in large part, according to the report, to the strong desires among immigrants to become homeowners. If you think real estate investing could be right for you but aren't sure how to start, you may want to find a financial advisor who can help you understand all of your options. And we will be talking about finding a financial advisors In our next segment, you're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, what is the three-legged stool of retirement? What to do if you missed your RMD deadline? And we'll talk a little bit about financial advisors as well. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com. Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel lending team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel lending team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by our friends at Blue Water Credit. When you're ready for that next credit enhancement, I guess is the right term, Blue Water Credit, they can help you with all of that. If we know your credit score, we know your credit report is wrong. That's just a given. Blue Water can help you correct it. What is a good credit score? That's the question. Most credit scores, including the FICO score, Vantage 3.0, operate within a range of 300 to 850, and a good credit score is typically one that is above 700. There are a lot of misconceptions about that. There are a lot of people think that you've got to have a 800 FICO score to get a loan. No, you don't. There's actually programs down as low as 500. But anything above a 640, you can really get a decent loan out there. But again, 750 plus is considered excellent. 700 to 749 is good. 650, 699 is fair. 600 to 649 poor, and below 600 is bad. Even these numbers and ranges aren't set in stone. Again, that's because lenders all have their own definition of what is a good score and a great score. One lender that is looking to approve more borrowers might approve applicants with credit scores of 680 or higher. Another might be more selective and only approve those with scores of 750 or higher. Both lenders might offer credit to anyone with a score of at least 650, but charge consumers with scores below 700 a higher interest rate. All those things are out there. The biggest problem I see, or the biggest issue I see, my biggest dislike, is I see frequently companies that'll come out and or lenders that'll come out and say, well, you don't qualify. And they don't say the extra little words at the end there that they should be telling you, is you don't qualify with them. That's a big issue. It's not that you don't qualify, you just don't qualify with them. There are other lenders out there. I did seminars in March for the real estate community showing them one day out of bankruptcy, you can get a loan. One day out of foreclosure, you can get a loan. 500 FICO score, you can get a loan. There are programs out there for everybody. The issue is, are you going to go to the right places to get them? They're out there. What do credit card companies look for? Your credit scores are definitely one of the main things that credit companies look for before extending credit because they are good risk indicators. However, credit card companies will also take a close look at how many reported delinquencies you have, how many hard inquiries were added to your credit file, your overall credit card utilization rate, your annual income, and the health of your credit history. While several factors into the decision, if you have an excellent credit score, then your chances of being approved are much higher than someone with a much lower credit score. If you have never had a credit card before, but want to get one to begin to establish credit, then you should check out some of the best credit cards for beginners. What is a FICO score, though? You have a FICO credit score from each of the three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Each of these credit scores based on different information that each of the credit bureaus has for you. And as mentioned earlier, this available information may very well differ from bureau to bureau. Fair Isaac is who has come up with the FICO credit score. And subsequently, these scores are used by over 90% of lenders when it comes to providing you with a loan. They're also used when they grant the interest rates, monthly payments, and terms of each loan, and whether you are approved or not. All the information contained in consumer credit reports is then compared with patterns, and resulting FICO credit score is solely determined by what is found on a person's individual credit file. This information is what will then help estimate the level of future risk there may be if a lender extends to you the offer of a loan of any type of credit. Because the FICO score can only be determined by information found in your credit file, it is essential to look over your credit reports each year at least to find any inaccuracies, discrepancies. And I'm going to tell you that your report is wrong. They all are. So what is a Vantage score? I call it a FACO score. Vantage is a credit scoring model that emerged over a decade ago and was a joint venture between the three bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. The Vantage score model is used in comparison and competes with Fair Isaac Corporation's scoring model when determining if a good candidate for a loan or line of credit. A lender will look at credit scores. Most lenders use FICO scores. Some lenders are starting to look at Vantage scores. Again, it's the FICO that you really want to be concerned with mostly. Both of these scoring models, however, use much the same information, such as payment history, length, and type of credit, all part of it. That's basically the information we have for you. But again, that is by our friends over at Blue Water Credit. They are the go-to company because we know your credit report is wrong. They all are. I've been looking at these reports for so many decades, and it just baffles me how the bureaus can get away with consistently having bad information and still be able to continue out there. Any other industry had this bad of information, they would never, ever get away with it. Just throwing that out there. I don't know how you get away with that information, doing that, but actually I do know. It's a big, big lobby. They've got a massive lobby, and their lobby allows them to do pretty much whatever they want to. They get away with so much stuff, and they get a slap on the hand just to keep the lawmakers happy before they go and say, send me a little bit more money. It's just the way it is. Unreal. That's, it's just not fair, but it is what it is, as they say. So the question also that I had here, what is a three-legged stool of retirement? A lot of people think about retirement. Those contemplating retirement may envision a recliner or a deck chair. A three-legged stool, though, is the preferred seat for retirement metaphors. The image of retirement finance as a three-legged stool goes back decades. Three legs represent the three basic elements said to be necessary to support a comfortable retirement. That would be Social Security, an employer pension, 401k, and personal savings. Why a stool? Key part of the message is that the three-legged stool makes an unreliable seat if even one leg is missing or weak. The implication is that all three legs of the retirement stool need to be present and sturdy. The stool metaphor is an easy, quick way to convey the value of having three sources of funds in retirement. However, it does have some limitations. For one thing, it may overly simplify the complex reality of retirement finance. With just three legs, it leaves out some potentially important sources of retirement funding. These include part-time work, inheritances, rental income from real estate, insurance proceeds, and others. The other problem with the stool model is that it's outdated. Time has whittled away the pension lag, and there are new income sources to consider. First leg, employer pensions. Yeah, we don't have those too much anymore. Personal savings, some people do that. Some people even put the 401k into that same bucket. And Social Security, well, can you really count on that? We'll be looking at that as well. Most people are getting some, but not enough to live on. Bottom line, most workers never had all three legs of the stool, especially the pension leg. Additionally, 401k plans and other defined benefit retirement plans are not really replacing pensions. In part, that's because they cover only 58% of full-time workers, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Plus, defined contribution plans only work if workers put money in and don't take money out and make good investments. So what to do about your own stool? Look around. You may be able to find some employers that still offer pensions to new employees. You could get a job with one of them, and if you work there at least 5 years before retirement, qualify for a pension plan as a retirement leg. But just start saving more. Get that retirement, that budget that we've talked to you so many times about, right? The Ron Siegel radio budgeting tool. Text RSR budget to 79564. Get the tool. It's totally free. Just a thought for you. And as always, we ask you set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to John, who's engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We will talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.